Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Annie. Here on this channel I upload every second day, posting videos to help you grow your YouTube channel from zero. So if that is your cup of tea and you don't want to be missing any future videos, then be sure to subscribe down below to my channel and hit the bell icon beside it. We are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by my birthday on April 29th, and we'd love to have you. So for today's video, I'm filming possibly my most requested video ever, and that is how to film super high quality videos for YouTube using only your iPhone. So there's this like super common misconception that if you want to have super high quality videos for YouTube, you have to have a over-the-top super expensive DSLR camera, which is so not true. Nowadays, iPhones, and especially the newer generations of iPhone, these back cameras can film 1080p and up to 4K quality, which is actually better than some DSLR cameras. All of this depending, of course, on which settings you use within your camera settings, but that is exactly what I'm talking about in today's video. But before I do, here are this video's shoutouts. Thank you guys so much for tagging me in your Instagram stories and sharing all of your milestones with me, and also a massive added thank you to all of the angels who sent me their donations and super chats on my live streams this week. That is so incredibly sweet of you guys, and I love you guys so much for that. And now without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the very first thing you absolutely need to do to get the highest possible quality out of your iPhone camera is to change your settings within the camera settings. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen record my iPhone to take you guys through these settings. So go into your settings app, go to the search bar and search for camera, then pick your camera settings. The setting you want is the one that says record video. So here you have a drop down menu which shows you quality as low as 720p HD at 30 frames per second and as high as 4K quality at 60 frames per second. So basically 720p is the lowest and 4K is the highest. Now one thing I will warn you guys about is if you do have a older version of iPhone, you may not have all of these at your disposal, but of course you can check very easily like this and see which ones you do have available to you. Then the second thing you want to look at is underneath the drop down menu, there's basically a little chart that shows you for every one of the different formats of quality how much storage you need for 1 minute of each one of those capacities. So if your iPhone tends to be a lower storage capacity and you have like, let's say 120 gigabytes versus like, I don't know, 100 gigabytes or whatever, then you may have to either film your videos in a lower quality or buy more like added storage for your iPhone, but that is just one thing to be aware of and look into for your own personal settings. But for me, I chose the 4K at 60 frames per second, which is the highest possible quality. So if ever I don't have my DSLR or I don't have my vlog camera on me and I want to film something super last minute, then my phone is set up to film super high quality and I'm all set to go. So that is step one to getting super high quality footage off your camera on your iPhone. So then the second thing you absolutely cannot skip on to have the most amazing quality possible using your iPhone is lighting. Lighting, no matter what device you're filming on, whether it's an iPhone or a $5,000 DSLR camera, your quality is not going to look good if you do not have proper lighting. So for example, here is my super expensive DSLR camera with my ring light on, and watch if I turn it off. So here is the same camera, the same settings, the same everything, but I have my ring light turned off. And now here we are with the ring light turned back on. So I see a lot of people saying that iPhone cameras have super bad quality, but 9 times out of 10 the issue is not with the camera and it's your lighting. So if you're filming in a super dark room with like no lights on or no like big windows with natural lighting, then that is automatically going to impact the quality of your videos. Now that does not mean you have to run out and buy a $300 or $500 Diva ring light. You just have to get yourself some sort of a lighting setup. And honestly, go onto Amazon and search up ring light for iPhone and they are so inexpensive. You can ask for it for Christmas or for your birthday or save up for it, but lighting is definitely one investment you absolutely want to make into your filming. I have asked so many of my YouTube friends who do film their videos on their iPhones, and they have all said the number one thing they suggest to anybody filming on an iPhone is lighting. So that is the second thing I urge you to look into. So then the next question I see being asked all the time is, should you film with your iPhone's back camera or the front camera? And honestly, that again comes all down to personal preference. I will tell you that technically the back cameras are better quality than the front-facing cameras, but I have seen so many YouTubers who vlog on the front-facing camera and the quality is still really good. And I do know that it can be really hard to film on the back camera because you can't like look at yourself, make sure you're in frame, make sure you're in the middle, make sure you're like centered or whatever. So I asked my friend Izzy, her channel name is Isabel Dyer, I'll have her link down below. She told me that she preferred the back camera on her iPhone, and one thing she suggests for anybody who's struggling with this is to basically, when you're filming, put a mirror behind your iPhone so that you can look into the mirror to see the reflection of your front camera and see if you are in focus while filming on the back camera. And then for a more like high-tech option, look up on Amazon like something like iPhone monitor or something like that. It's basically a little screen you plug in to your iPhone, then you have it sitting above your iPhone and it shows you from the back camera what your camera is seeing, so that as you film from the back you can see if you're in shot, if you're in the middle, what's in focus, what's not in focus, and just basically step up your game. So that is one more accessory I definitely recommend to you. But to answer that question, the back camera is definitely more high quality than the front camera, and especially on newer iPhones that have like 2 cameras like this one or the 3 cameras on the iPhone 12, I do recommend using the back camera over the front camera. Now, something else I see all the time being said is that people film videos on their iPhones in 1080p or even like 4K quality, and then once they actually upload the video to YouTube, it seems like the quality dropped and it's all the way down to like 720p or 340p, and they've essentially lost all the high quality of the video, which obviously sucks if you want to have high definition videos. So what you want to do for this, and again I will turn on the screen recording to show you guys. So what you want to do is go into the YouTube app, then go all the way down to settings, and inside of settings scroll all the way down to where you see uploads. So under uploads you see upload quality and upload over Wi-Fi only. So under the upload quality you want to click onto that and make sure you have full quality ticked. For whatever reason sometimes it's in 1080p or even like 720p, which is basically telling YouTube when I upload a video make sure it's in this quality, which can often drop the quality of your video. So you definitely want to make sure when you are in these settings that you have full quality ticked. Now under that you want to make sure you have upload over Wi-Fi only checked on, because if you try to upload through your data or wirelessly, that will almost every single time guarantee you drop your quality, and only when you upload over Wi-Fi will you keep all of your quality. So those are 2 settings you definitely want to make sure you have set up in the YouTube app to basically ensure you have your full quality when you upload. Now I'm sure if I don't mention this I will get so many questions on what apps do you recommend for editing on iPhone, like editing your videos. So like I said, my friend Izzy is who I asked for all things how to film on your iPhone, and she said her absolute favorite is iMovie, or if iMovie is not your thing, I've heard a lot of really good things about InShot Editor. When I checked on the App Store it had like full stars and over 81,000 reviews, which means it's probably a really good editor. So if you do edit your videos on your iPhone, I recommend either iMovie or InShot. Then Izzy also recommended this app called Vaunt you can use to add different like texts and fonts over top of your videos. And also one other app I absolutely adore is VSCO, however you want to say it. If you have the VSCO X membership, like the paid version, I think it's something like $20 a year or something like that, then you have the ability to put different filters on your videos just like you put filters on your pictures, which in my opinion adds kind of like a look to it, a vibe to it, makes it look more professional. And you can also make more edits like adjusting your exposure, your contrast, different like color corrections. So VSCO is one more app I definitely recommend for editing your videos to make them look more professional. And then one thing I suggest once you are a lot more comfortable filming on your iPhone is to look into all sorts of different accessories you can use for filming on your iPhone to like totally step up your game, make things look way more professional as if you're using an actual DSLR. So if you go onto Amazon and search up something like iPhone YouTube, there are so many packages and different things like lenses for iPhones, like YouTube lighting for iPhones, different like tripods and handheld tripods. The one I definitely recommend is, I think it's called the UB size selfie stick tripod. So basically it folds down as tall as like 17.5 inches. So it's like the good size for a vlogging handheld tripod, and it goes as tall as 51.5 I think inches, which is a super tall tripod. So basically it has a wide variety of different sizes for different like angles and shots of your video. But definitely for anything you could possibly look for to basically step up your game to film on your iPhone, Amazon has most definitely got you covered. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much everything I can possibly think of in terms of filming on your iPhone and getting the highest possible quality. If you guys have any more questions or think of something I didn't mention, feel free to comment them down below. And if you guys do film on your iPhones and you have any like expertise I didn't share, be sure to comment that down below as well and help out our little community. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!